What's up, y'all? Today we are talking about, should I bring up that I'm abstaining from sex on the first date? Now, I want to talk about this because I see this question being asked a lot. And I don't mean just like on social media and YouTube and TikTok, but I see this being asked a lot from friends as well and just people in regular conversations. And I want to talk about this, but I'm also bringing this up because the people that I keep hearing this from are from women, are from my sisters, right? And I've also heard other women speak on this and say that they are afraid to bring it up, right? And I ain't even gonna lie, they would make excuses about it as well for the reason why they're doing it. But me, I say totally different, right? I'm gonna bring up why. Now, first, I want y'all to understand while I'm talking about this. I think that I'm qualified to talk about this, right? I've been abstaining for years. I've been on this abstaining journey since 2013 October. Well, that's when I actually said it, but I actually didn't start fully abstaining until February 24th, 2014. Now, I was able to abstain for a while, and then I fell in June 2016, and then I kept falling until December 2017, right? Notice I said 2017, I have not had sexual intercourse with not one person, but now, y'all, I have learned and understood ways of staying this way, of being strong, of abstaining, right? Even now to this day. Obviously, it was hard, right? In the first place, it was hard. And then after I stopped, it was still a little bit hard, but I got on my feet. I'm stronger. I'm way, way, way stronger now, right? Obviously, that was 2017 when I didn't do that. And now it's 2024, right? So I want to speak on this because I think this is a good conversation to have. I've learned that it is very good to speak about abstaining from sex. And truly, I believe you should never be afraid to do it. Whether woman or man, I think on the first date, if you just now meeting this person and now you going on a date or whatever, I think you should bring it up. But I believe if, let's just say it took you some time before you went on a date and you was communicating with the person on the phone before the first date, I think they should know and you need to bring that up immediately. Now, I think some people think that they should bring this up in like an interview type style. I don't think you should bring it up and like asking them questions like, are you abstaining from sex? Because I am, and how does that make you feel? And I don't think you should interrogate that person, right? Because you don't know them for one. But I do think you can bring it up. And I think there's different ways of bringing it up. I mean, you could do that. I mean, you could do it that way if you want to. I wouldn't recommend it because you don't know them and you just want to be friendly and kind anyway, right? You want to show God's spirit. But me, I would bring it up, and I always bring this up for one, but I would bring it up in a specific way, like in a conversational way. Kind of like if something is going on and be like, just bring it up like, well, I might be like, nah, man, I can't even go places like that because I'm abstaining right now and I'm trying to stay strong. Presented it to the person, right? Because some people may be afraid to say it in a different way. I think you can bring it up in a conversational way, right? I mean, you could bring it up also in a way of asking a question like, how do you feel about abstaining from sex? Or have you ever thought about abstaining from sex in some type of way, like since you have your relationship with God? But you could say it in a nice, kind, loving, friendship, conversational way. Like, hey, what do you think about abstaining from sex? Like, instead of interrogating the person and questioning them like they're in a interrogation room or something like that, and you got a straight face. And this determines if you walk off and out the date or anything like that. Like, yeah, just be friendly, man, because a person doesn't have to be away for you, especially when they are not in a relationship with you. You're trying to learn this person, but you also want to be honest and reveal that you're doing it as well. Now, the reason why I say this as well is because I think a lot of people think, well, you don't want to do that to them and you don't want to do this to that person. I say do it immediately. Because for one, if you're going out on dates with somebody, if you're talking to them all the time, what could happen is that you start to grow emotions and feelings, which is actually going to make it harder for you to let that person go, right? So you need to say it immediately. You need to figure out if this person is walking that same walk with you, even if they say that they are a Christian, right? And do not try to get that person to abstain with you. I say, and I tell people all the time, if you're abstaining and someone else isn't abstaining, If that person says, oh, I'll abstain with you, or I'll abstain because you're abstaining, you don't need to be with that person. I'm gonna keep it real. They should not be doing it for you. They should already be walking this walk, and they should be choosing it because of their relationship with God or just because of their life. But them choosing it for you, or if they never did it and they're choosing it for you, can cause a whole lot of problems, y'all. And y'all might be like, well, Rudy, I'm trying to tell you, please hear what I'm saying. You should not do that. Why? For one, they don't have the discipline. They don't have the restraint yet. So there's a good chance that that person could cause you to fall. There's a good chance that that person can cause you to be weak. And let's just say you're weak at the moment. How are they going to help you? How are they going to have the strength that you need at that moment to pull you up? How are they going to have the strength to not flirt, to not be sensual? How are they going to have the strength to not listen to this sexual music, to not watch movies about sex? You have to be careful, and this is why it's very important and very vital to bring this up early. For me, ladies, and for the fellas, y'all, I hope y'all are like this, right? Because I follow God. I truly follow God. I truly love God. I've really been doing this abstaining thing. I really have cut girls off in a lot of ways. Girls have also felt the way when they found out that I'm abstaining as well. They have felt intimidated by me, not because I tried to make them feel intimidated, but I've had women tell me like they felt intimidated because I was in a place in my relationship where they weren't, and they've said it out their mouth. So women have felt intimidated, whatever, and they felt the way. They might even felt convicted because I'm walking this walk. But that's because I'm really trying to put God first. You understand? Because even though I fell, I got back up. And I'm on it. I'm on it heavy. Again, I've been on this journey for years, y'all. I've been doing this. So with me, let's just say I'm on a date. Even though I don't just take anybody on a date, right? But let's just say I'm on a date with a woman and she brings up abstaining from sex. You know how happy I would be, ladies? So if you're afraid to present that to a man, why? Don't be afraid to present that to a man, because a man who's truly trying to follow God, you know how happy I would be. Do you know how that would make me feel? Do you know how you would stand out? In a lot of ways, you would stand out. I ain't going to say you're going to be at the top now, because I know some women who's abstaining that ain't really following God. They don't really got God's spirit in them. They're not really trying to be loving and kind, but they're not having sex. But at the same time, you still going to stand out, and I'm still going to love it. It's going to entice me. It's going to intrigue me. It's going to make me want to learn you a little bit more, because you're doing something that most women in the world are not doing. And it's showing me that you're trying to walk this walk with me, or you're just trying to walk this walk with God already. So you stand out. I'm going to love that. So ladies, if a man does not love that and he feels a way about it, let God remove him. Let God reveal to you. You need to have hope, right? And fellas, we got to make sure that we're abstaining, especially if we saying it or we really truly trying to follow God. Because for one, that's going to turn the women off. Two, that's going to turn God off. Two, God is not going to honor that. He is not going to like that. And he will not provide you with the woman that you so dearly want, because you're not doing things that he needs from you to do. You understand what I'm saying? And if you are abstaining as a man, as a godly man, you need to be attracted to a woman who's already abstaining as well. Don't think that you could change this woman or you can get her to change. You know what I'm saying? Because she has to be walking this walk already. This is how you build and you get somebody who's walking this walk. So yes, I do believe that we should bring up abstaining from sex, especially if it's very important to us. Why would you play with that? Don't play with feelings, because if you're playing with that thinking and you're afraid, well, this could run somebody off. Why are you scared of somebody running off? That's what I don't get. Why be afraid of that? God reveals people's spirit and who they are by certain things that we do. Why would you not? That thing right there could cause you to fall quick and can ruin a whole lot towards you if you fall. Trust, right? And I don't even mean just if you fall, but like just towards you, how you feel. Some people fall and don't get back up at all, and they feel bad and very depressed. Thank God I didn't go through that like that, right? It killed me, But I was able to get up out of it, and God strengthened me and helped me and allowed me to see my ways, allowed me to see my weaknesses, and allowed me to create boundaries and everything else. I'm presenting that I'm abstaining from sex in every way, y'all. Even if I'm on social media, people know. Even if I'm on a dating app, I'm going to put it up there. I'm putting it in the front line. And I would say don't be afraid of that either. Because if I ran across a woman, her page, and it said abstaining from sex, she stands out, that'll probably make me want to respond or say something to her. It makes it harder when I don't, right? So now I got to bring up the question, but if I was to see that, that would intrigue me. I know it may not catch the attention of most men or most women, but at the same time, that person gets to see that God is on the front. Like, you're not afraid to display this thing. You don't want to be afraid of people seeing this about you. Why? God reveals everything, y'all. Don't be afraid. I say do it. On the first date if you want to, or when you're communicating on the phone, present it, but don't present it like you a whole cop out here, like you a whole FBI agent, got somebody in the interrogation room. Bring it up in a conversational way. Bring it up in a friendly way, maybe in a funny way, right? You could just bring it up in a good way that people can present. And you can also encourage them if you don't choose to be with that person. Maybe you'll be a light. Maybe you can help them. They'll be able to see God in you in some way, and you can be kind and loving. And in the intimate relationship thing that you're trying to build with them, but maybe you'll still be a source of connection towards God in their walk. All right, so I say, yes, you should bring up that you're abstaining from sex on the first date or even before the first date. Allow them to see it in you, and you'll see if they're willing to do it or not. And do it in a loving and kind way, okay? I hope this video blessed y'all in some way. Like it up, share it with somebody who needs it. And subscribe if you like this content, if you like this video, if you like these videos, if you like my channel, and if my channel is helping you grow in your relationship with God in some way. All right, please. I love y'all, man. I thank y'all, and I'm going to get at y'all when I get at y'all.